kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
Empathy is the ability to feel what other people feel. Empathy helps you to understand what someone else is going through and feel what they feel emotionally. Empathy will keep a martial artist from beating someone to death unnecessarily or crippling someone unnecessarily. Empathy, I think, is what all good martial arts instructors have because it helps them sympathize with beginners, helps them, to remember what it was like when they were first trying to learn techniques. And, they can gauge when someone needs to stop or even when they need to be pushed further. And empathy can help an instructor bring out the best in a student. Empathy helps martial artists keep themselves in check. If you don't know what the word empathy is, it's the ability to feel and understand what someone else is feeling. And empathy is good. But I may get in trouble for saying this, but I think empathy doesn't work for competitors. I really think if you really want to win in contest and combat sport, you cannot be that empathetic towards the person that you're competing against. You have to put your desire to win over the feelings of the other person. Now, I'm not saying that you have to become a total psychopath and just have no feelings, but I do think that you can't have too much empathy when you're competing. I think your empathy for your competition has to come before or after your contest, not during. So having said that, I still think empathy is a good thing. And I'm not trying to create a bunch of hardcore competitors with my students. I want my students to have empathy. I'm trying to create good martial artists and decent human beings. So I don't try to develop that killer instinct in them because I don't want them to kill people. I want them to protect themselves. I want them to have a lot of empathy. Excuse me. Also, I think if you have empathy, it can help you. If you're really good with empathy, you may be able to use that to your advantage because you can learn how to elicit reactions in your competition and get them to do a response that you can take advantage of. But in terms of having that real bleeding heart, I want that in my students. But I also know at the same time, because I know when I've been too empathetic, sometimes during competition, you start feeling a little too soft in there. That's how you get thrown. But at the same time, since my focus is not so much on winning the game, my focus is on getting you healthier and making sure that you can protect yourself. That is what I want you to have. That's when I want you to be focused. Now, when you're being attacked, you can't have two in a real fight. You got to have some empathy in terms of, I don't want you maiming or killing people unless you absolutely have to. Okay. And I want you to be empathetic towards the people who are going to miss you, towards the people who may be getting hurt by the person you're trying to stop from hurting other people. So that's my take on empathy in the martial arts. Again, it's probably the best tool an instructor has, so he or she can gauge how his students are feeling, his or her students are feeling. And if we get attacked for real, it'll keep us from going overboard and not turning a minor confrontation into something that's going to get us locked up as an assailant. But in competition, I don't know. I think your empathy's got to stop when the judge says go, and then start up again when the judge says stop. So I guess empathy can make sure that you win the contest, but you win, and that's it. You don't have to destroy the competition. Peace.
Where them kicks at? Where